each of them, a beautiful neshama that you can feel and when you're in their presence. And it's a great uplift to be with them.
When I think about the Ugents, I think of integrity, humility, and clarity. Really, so they know how we got here and what we're supposed to do.
Well, I spend a lot of time with Steve in our Talmud class, and I have to say I admire Steve's insights, his enthusiasm. He has a way of looking at a problem, a complex problem, and simplifying the problem and sort of breaking it down so that everybody can really understand. And he's an unbelievable guy.
I think they're very good role models, very positive role models.
No pretenses. That's the first thing that comes to mind. No pretenses. They come to shul because they are grateful for their gifts. They're not looking for attention. And in their case, it's clear that honor has come their direction, not because they sought it.
The project that he's taken on to challenge himself to learn more Talmud, it's very exciting, and it's exciting because it's wonderful, and it encourages me to learn more, and actively, but even passively, just the siyum that he held and that they held and invited the community to celebrate learning that's beautiful. I know that's what we're supposed to be doing.
And the Ugent home is always open for us to study there.
Well, Steve and Randy are fantastic hosts. They invite friends, guests into their home for delicious meals with Smirot and Birkat Hamazon. So just spending time with them in their home is just wonderful.
My dad helps me learn the Torah, and we do a lot of singing, and Passover is especially fun. It was just a few weeks ago. My dad leads the Seder, and it's so much fun. He has some games that also have to do with like the material of the Seder, but are also fun at the same time, and he makes Seder really fun.
They're having an open house where they invite people in and make them comfortable and feed them delicious meals and enjoy a Suda, usually on Shabbat morning.
I also like the fact that similar to my situation, the Ugents have family in Young Israel, so it's a cross synagogue pollination, which is good. It helps to ensure that we aren't separate groups. That we look at ourselves as a community, and I think that's one of the big things that you learn from Steve and Randy.
Also, something very impressive about Steve is his fake beard collection. He has an impressive fake beard collection.
So I think as physicians, we appreciate that, particularly for dermatologists, it's a very tricky field because people approach you all the time. People have no shame, and they will approach you anywhere and ask you, can you just look at this? What do you think this is? And both Randy and Steve, I have to admire very much for being very welcoming when people do that and not saying, I'm sorry, you have to make an appointment, I can't help you. So that's a very admirable quality as a physician that I can say I appreciate about both of them.
They help the community. Oh, I think I have a thing here. Can you look at that right now? Happens every day to them, but yet they always help people and are welcoming to people.
I'm also a little bit jealous of Steve and Randy because for one Shabbat a year, Tazria Mitzora, they can get CMEs, which are continuing medical educations, and at the same time attend the service. And I don't have that in cardiology. But
אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, הפיה והביקורים והראיון, וגמילות חסדים ותמת תורה, וגמילות חסדים ותמת תורה, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור. What some in our community may be unaware of is that the Ugents, all of them, Randy, Steve, Leanna, and even Alyssa, engage in the observance of mitzvot and gemilut chasadim less because of community pressure, community expectations, but more, and probably much, much more, because they simply love to engage in thoughtful prayer and contemplation, simply because they love to be involved in sacred service, simply because they are naturally inclined to do gemilut chasadim, and simply because they love to study and support others in the respective Jewish journeys, especially journeys that are rooted in Torah study and service in a variety of its sacred manifestations.
They're very humble and modest, and yet they do so much for the community that it's really fitting that they be recognized and appreciated for all that they've done.
Mazel tov.